So you're starting your national board certification journey. You already know the biggest mountain to climb is the evidence. It can feel like a total avalanche coming at you. But hey, don't worry. The next 6 weeks, that's your launch pad. We're going to help you build such a strong foundation that the avalanche starts to feel more like like a manageable snowball. Let's dive in. So here's our game plan for today. We're going to cover the perfect time to start, the first things you absolutely have to do, how to keep everything organized, and the habits that'll get you all the way to the finish line. We'll even look at some common mistakes to sidestep and then wrap it all up with a super clear action plan. First up, timing. Is now really the best time to start this whole thing? I'm here to tell you, yes, 100%. Starting right now in early November gives you this huge strategic advantage. Let me show you why. Okay, this timeline right here, this is your new best friend. Kicking things off now gives you a perfect 6-month runway before that May 16th submission deadline. This is not about pulling all-nighters in April. No, this is about strategically giving yourself the time and space you need to get real, high-quality evidence from your actual classroom. Just think about it for a second. Your students are settled in, you've built those relationships, they know the routines, they're ready to shine on camera. This window of time lets you capture their actual growth. It gives you a chance to refilm if a lesson kind of flops, and let's be real, they do. And most importantly, it gives you a buffer for when life, happens. So, we've established that the timing is perfect. Now let's get to the most important part. What do you actually do? These are the 3 non-negotiables you have got to do this week to build some serious, unstoppable momentum. First, get yourself registered on the official NBPTS website. This is a big deal because it unlocks all the official rubrics and requirements you're going to need. Plus, that February 28th registration deadline, it'll be here before you know it. Second, choose your 3 focus students and be strategic about it. Pick one who's excelling, one who's struggling a bit, and maybe an English language learner. This shows your range as a teacher. And third, just film. Seriously. Prop up your phone and record 15 minutes of anything. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be done. And here's the bottom line. Taking these 3 simple steps moves this whole certification thing from a vague someday idea into a real, in-progress reality. You're flipping the switch from I should do that to I am doing this. And remember this, momentum matters so much more than perfection right now. Okay, but how are you supposed to manage all this stuff, all this evidence, without your brain exploding? Well, that brings us to your secret weapon, a simple but super powerful organization system. Let's set a really clear, really tangible goal for the next 6 weeks. By the end of this year, you want to have a solid foundation of evidence collected and basically ready to go. So what does that actually look like in practice? It can be as simple as this. An evidence tracker, just like the one you see here, takes that big, scary idea of gathering evidence and turns it into a concrete, totally manageable task. You just log the date, what it is, a video, a work sample, which students were involved, and which teaching proposition it connects to. Boom! No more guesswork. And let's get even more concrete. Let's put some numbers on it. For this first 6-week push, your target is to collect 5 good quality videos and about 20 student work samples. Now, this isn't the final amount you'll need for the whole portfolio, but it builds a fantastic foundation. It gives you plenty of options to pick from later on, and it makes sure you're capturing all the different parts of your teaching and your students' learning. So gathering the evidence is one thing, but building the habits that are going to sustain you for the next 6 months, now that's what really leads to success. Let's talk about the small actions that make a gigantic difference. One of the biggest challenges we have as teachers is seeing our own practice with fresh eyes. We need objective feedback to get better. And yeah, a trusted colleague is amazing, but sometimes you just need instant analysis. This is where cool new tools like AI coaching can be a total game changer for making your evidence stronger. And the process is incredibly simple. You just securely upload your classroom video, the AI analyzes what you're doing, and then you get back this really specific time-stamped feedback. It'll show you where you're strong and where you could grow. Then you can take those insights and use them in your very next lesson. And the feedback isn't just some vague comment. It's super precise. Getting a note that says something like, "Great wait time at the 3-minute 12-second mark. You gave students space to think." That helps you pinpoint the exact moments that show off your best practices. That's the kind of targeted feedback that makes your submission shine. Now, beyond video, there's another key habit we need to talk about.
reflective writing. This is so crucial for component 4. The part where you write about student data and your impact. The writing can feel really intimidating, but the secret is to start small. Your new habit? Just one sentence of observation, every single day. I know it sounds tiny, but trust me, that little investment will be absolute gold when it's time to write those commentaries.
A really good note is specific and it's analytical. So, for example, instead of just writing, Jose read well, you write something like this. Jose successfully read the word the today, and it was thanks to that picture support strategy I used. See? By connecting the student's win to your specific teaching move, you're building the exact kind of evidence the evaluators are looking for. These are the details that make your final writing powerful.
And to tie this all together, create a simple little weekly ritual for yourself. Maybe every Sunday night, just take 15 minutes. Count up your evidence, check it against the propositions to make sure you're covering your bases, and, this is the most important part, celebrate your progress. This little check-in is what keeps you on track and keeps you motivated.
Okay, we have covered a lot of what to do, so now let's talk about what not to do. Honestly, avoiding these common traps is just as important, and it can save you a world of stress down the road.
Here are the 3 big ones to avoid. First, please do not wait for the perfect lesson to film. The people watching your video are experienced teachers. They want to see a real classroom, not some polished, perfect performance. Second, resist that temptation to over-edit your videos. Raw footage that shows real, authentic interaction is way more powerful. And finally, a really crucial practical tip. Get those student consent forms signed before you hit record. It's such a simple step, but it can save you from having a great video that you can't even use.
Okay, I know that was a fire hose of information, so let's bring it all home. What do you need to do, right now? Let's boil everything down into a simple, powerful action plan just for this week. This is it. This is your to-do list for the week. Get registered online so you have all the official materials. Choose those 3 diverse learners you're going to focus on. Film that first 15-minute video. Remember, momentum over perfection. Start your evidence tracker, even if it's just got one thing in it. And finally, get those consent forms sent home. These 5 simple steps will officially launch your entire certification journey. So I'm going to leave you with this question. Decide on that one thing right now. The whole journey to certification is just a bunch of small, consistent actions, added up over time. And the most important action is always the one you take today.